you need to realize your only limit ever will be the one you ever set on yourself. What is limit? Limit is basically like a cap on the bottle that you could put to contain, like the water. And in life, limit is like the cap of what is possible in our mind initially. And we have a tendency as human to have a big, like our limit is pushed, like the bar of our limit is pushed all the way to the lower end, more likely than not, in most cases, from a young age. And it happens for a reason that's like comes from a good place. How like our if we have a mother that's present and a father that's also present, naturally as long as they have the best intentions for you, you would have come up in a way that's more comfortable, and that would have put you naturally in like a good mental space. But also it would have also led to you having more of a limit on what you think you could really do at first. But even if you had a bad upbringing, you still might even have a higher likelihood that you have more limits in your mind that's already set up because of like bad feedbacks that you would have gotten from various experiences in life. And so regardless, it doesn't matter. It's a universal thing that we as young people, and even older, even 30, 40, 50-year-olds, there are those that live their entire life with certain limits that they never break past the shackle of in their mind. And it's a real thing because it roots from you thinking what you really think is like the bar you can't go past, because you have never set your foot past it forcefully. And so the only thing we need to realize is that it doesn't have to be the case. And what I mean by that is we need to learn to just being uncomfortable in a new position, in a new challenge. That's where we first start feeling like we first start opening up our bottle cap of our limit and seeing that like I could it wasn't so bad. So let's say leg days, gym in general, when you first start working out, you're gonna be sore from even one full bodied workout, and you're gonna be sore everywhere. You're gonna be sore in spots you didn't even know you could be sore in. But then you might be able to, like, you might see another person that can not only do the same workout in the morning, but also go do some form of martial art in the evening, and it's as if they got nothing. Like they had no soreness, no sense of any fatigue at all. And that can be like daunting. Like it's like, how does that happen? But it does make sense. Like, it is possible, and they haven't gotten there by not even starting in the first place. They've gotten there because they have repeatedly done workouts where their body, their muscle got that stimulus, and their muscle got to figure out that like I need to, this is something that we're gonna have to get used to. Like there's gonna be like a higher bar of what the individual is demanding out of their body. So not just a workout, they do a martial art as well, and their body literally had to forcefully catch up to that so that they could maintain that. So it wasn't a one-day thing. It was definitely not a one-day thing. It was something they built up through months and years for sure. And so initially they would have had the same cap, the same limit as you do right now potentially, and maybe even at a lower point. They could have started much more lower point. Maybe they had a health condition that you might not even know right now. You might not even be able to tell. There are people out there with no limbs. They don't have their entire lower body, or they just have certain conditions that, like, logically speaking, would give them all rights to not really try in anything in life physically, especially physically. But they're here doing full-on calisthenics while on their wheelchair, full-on like hold movements. They're doing chin-ups, they're doing muscle-ups with their entire wheelchair, and that's only possible because they decided to not set that limit on themselves, where they just told themselves, yo, like, a normal person, even an average person that has a fully able functional body, does not like feels that does not want to put the effort to get up to those levels. And who am I to do that? They never thought that way. Obviously that's just such a bad mentality. Why would you want to think that way? They instead thought that I'm gonna use my cards and play that to the best of its ability. So they decided to see for themselves what their limits really are, and then when they saw it, they hit the wall of their limit. They took off the cap and they decided to go an inch past that. Just going an inch past that for that day, for that week, and then letting that cap go out a little more. The bottle. This is a weird metaphor, but I hope it's making sense. But they basically opened the cap, and then let's just imagine somehow the bottle's top got elongated a little bit more. So now the cap is a little higher on the bottle. And then now they did that over and over and over, progressively overload. And over time, they're full on calisthenics athlete, Olympian, all that. And it's all rooted from them deciding to not conform to a limit they could have easily put on themselves, or society has already put on themselves, from the fact that they have certain cards that are like, that sets them back. But they decided to not see it as something that sets them back, and instead they personally identified with the limit that's way higher. It doesn't even exist. They're constantly improving. They're just this every day in their life, they're progressively getting better, 1%, even less, and even that is gonna amount to so much more. So what I would like to leave you with here is that it truly is a mental game of not setting a limit on yourself that will help us both get further in any endeavor in life. So be delusional. Even just keep those little promises you make to yourself, and show yourself the evidence that you are who you say you are by going a little past, an inch past where your cap is right now. Every chance you can. Every chance you do that, you're actively training yourself to work past it. And when you're doing that, your cap is gonna just get higher and higher on the bottle, and you're gonna have a bottle that's like gigantic. You get what I mean? Alright, it was good to have you here. Take care. Bye-bye.